Growing up Hispanic here in Southern Nevada, just seeing the amount of distrust that there was, maybe due to lack of connection, maybe due to lack of insurance, lack of resources in general, made me realize that there is an impact that I can make, that maybe there are some people out there who I can connect with, who want to be heard.
Sometimes I go home and I'm not really sure why I do it still, but then I remember everything I do is for the patients themselves. Because a lot of these people, they come in and it's like the hardest point in their lives or probably the lowest point of their lives. So I just kind of remember that none of this is for me. Like at the end of the day, as long as I've helped one person, it's fine. That's all I care about.
When I was thinking about different career paths that I can pursue in my life, one important component of it was to interact with people. And I wanted to be meaningful and happy with the outcomes and happy with the meaning behind my interaction with people.
I went into medicine because in medicine you're meeting people at their hardest times. When you're there for people through their hardest times, even if you're not giving them the fastest care they can get or the most expensive hospital they're in, as long as you're holding their hand and you're there for them, it means the world. When I see people cry and say thank you to me, it puts a smile on my face and makes me happy to go home and know that I chose the place that I should be in, and I'm happy that I did that.
I grew up in rural communities, very small communities without a lot of people. Seeing people that didn't have access to healthcare, or even once I graduated, I would go and help immigrants and they wouldn't be able to access healthcare either. It sucked that some people just couldn't get the healthcare they needed. And I never wanted to see someone suffering and not be able to do something to help them, so I want to have the means to help anyone I come across.
Growing up was very interesting. It was very interesting to see how Las Vegas has become much more diverse. And so that's also factored in with a lot of the identities that I hold near and dear to me. For example, one of them is my Hispanic heritage, given that we have such a large Hispanic population here in Southern Nevada. And the other one is being a first-generation student, because being a trailblazer is something that's just not easy. And knowing that I'm going through that is something scary, but at the same time, it's something very empowering.
In Israeli, I moved to the United States when I was 23. I served as a combat medic in the Israeli military. Throughout my medical education, I became a mom. I have a 10-month-old at home, so when I was second-year medical school student, I had my baby. And it's been the best experience, and I'm so happy that I'm able to join the two. And I hold different parts of my identity, like being a mom, being a medical student, being a former combat medic. And I think it's just all coming together in like my own unique way.
So I moved here to Las Vegas when I was in high school, and the immediate diversity that I experienced when I did move was amazing, because I moved from a very small community. There were only 100 students in my entire school, and I knew everyone's name. And here, it's easy to get lost in the crowd. And I think a lot of people do get lost in that crowd.
I'm Armenian, and this school has even more special significance for me because it's named now after a famous Armenian immigrant. My family, after Soviet Union collapsed, they moved to Russia, and I was born there. So I was immigrant to begin with, and then I moved to United States when I was 15, and I became immigrant second time. It's been a constant journey of finding who am I, because there is not a single place I can call home. But thankfully, after living in this community since 2012, I am very glad that I can call this my home.
I'm Lebanese American. My parents were both immigrants. I'm the first one to completely finish college and go into medical school too. I've grown as an individual a lot over the years, and so I'm turning into someone that I hope people in the future can look up to.
If I had to give some words of encouragement, I would say to take advantage of the community that we have here. Everyone here supports each other. We have a very strong community here, so stick around, be part of that community.
I think when you're trying to find what's right for you or the path that you want to go down to, always remember that it's for yourself and nobody else. A lot of people are going to try to shape it, and then sometimes you lose yourself in that process. So once you find something that you really love, it's okay to follow it, even if it's not necessarily found to be successful by someone else. As long as you enjoy it, it's okay.
One thing that helped me was, number one, is to find yourself mentors and role models, people that you can look and say, these are the type of people I want to associate with and one day maybe even become. And the second advice is, and I know it's gonna sound a bit corny, but don't let the doubts and the concerns and all of that, make you give up, because it's very easy to give up. But the odds of first generation student even applying to college and then applying to medical school, you have already beaten a lot of the odds. So just from statistical point of view, you are not doing that bad. Just keep pushing.